Football is a simple game.
Football is a simple game.
22 men
chase a ball for 90 minutes,
and at the end,
the Germans always win.
Wrong.
Hello, I'm Camilla. Welcome to At the End, the Germans always win. They obviously don't. Germany lost 2-0 against South Korea. The World Cup 2018 is over for the defending champions.
I'm Ulrich. This emptiness. Is this how Mesut Özil feels all the time? Terrible. Terrible. Germany's out in the first round for the first time since 1938. Dania.
Hey, I'm Dania, and I am not surprised. Sorry to say, but I'm not surprised. I'm not German, but...
Emotionally, if I'm sad, no. I mean, it's just football at the end. I don't ever take sports that seriously. But, yeah, I am shocked. There is a lot of disbelief, silence. I was actually inside Germany's biggest fan zone. And a lot of fans, it was shock, sadness.
What a surprise!
And a long
what
silence.
A surprise!
Yeah.
This country is not the same anymore.
But you know what? Those pictures are somewhat also misleading, because initially that is how the fans felt. But I promise, 10 minutes after, you had a lot of Germany fans dancing, smiling, and celebrating. For them, it was it's okay, we'll just have to wait another 4 years.
Not me.
Have another go at it.
I'm not smiling. I feel a huge emptiness inside. Sadness.
Well, maybe we should look at the tournament so far. Germany, we have it here on the screen. Germany had 3 points, 3 games. They finished last of Group F. Why? Dania, why?
I think it was a combination of a lot of things. I think number one, being the reigning champions, you know that from the beginning of the tournament, everybody's going to come and they're going to gun for you. So Mexico, unfortunately for Germany, fortunately for Mexico, they set the precedent very early with, we don't respect you. You are the world champions, but we're going to come at you guns blazing with everything we have. They beat them. They showed the world that Germany could be beaten. And Germany, I think they came out flat. They came out a little less confident. They came out making mistakes that Germany normally wouldn't make. Basic things, passing, simple giveaways in the middle of the field, leaving spaces in the defense, leaving the 2 center backs exposed. And I just think overall a lack of hunger, a lack of passion, and it was a perfect storm that just led to them having a poor performance.
Of course, they made lots of mistakes, but did they lose this tournament because of their mentally wise?
Yeah, I think that's a big factor. In sports, your mental strength, it plays a big role, especially coming into a tournament like the World Cup. You have to be ready. You have to be able to, carry the weight of being the champion, then carry the weight of losing your first game, having a little bit of time to come back and snap out of it. And I just think it was too much for Germany. It's surprising because usually the German team is very, very stable, very consistent. You wouldn't expect to see something like that from them. But I think that this time it's shocking, really. No. But I don't think mentally they were as ready as they could have been.
True.
Strong enough.
We had 3 problems. We had no defense, we had no midfield, and we had no attack.
But the signs were always there. I don't know, as Dania said earlier, why are we so surprised? Mexico found them out, Sweden found them out, and South Korea yesterday. And the same problem that they had in the friendlies, the most recent friendly against Saudi Arabia. None of this is new. And I think teams are starting to figure Germany out, or have figured Germany out. And Jogi Löw and the team just couldn't do anything against it. Even the South Korea coach, he was like, we studied a few of their games, and I told my team, we're going to have opportunities. We will score against them.
But as she said, being a world champion is a burden, a mental burden. And the players were mentally blocked, and then they had this campaign, the best never rest. I mean, it was a campaign by a car manufacturer and the DFB, and that put like another pressure on them. And of course, they rested. I didn't see the hunger. I mean, he was very good, but Mesut Özil, he was resting on the pitch. We could see that.
But everybody's giving the blame to Özil, but it's not just Özil's fault. They were flat from the top to the bottom. Every sub they made, nobody made a difference.
Their knees were shaking yesterday. You know,
it's not one player's fault. It's
they didn't have that self-confidence as a World Cup winner. You know,
give me one player where you would say,
like right from the kick-off, I was like watching my kids. Come on, what's going on?
But you know what? I think it's important to say that like Germany, I think they took everyone too lightly. They took the World Cup too lightly. They took their opponents too lightly. Usually, characteristically, the German team respects their opponents and they go out and they beat them. They respect their opponent.
They're ruthless. That's our mentality.
Yes,
ruthlessness.
But they respect their opponent. This time, they greatly underestimated their opponents. They believed, okay, you know, we always make it through, so we'll obviously make it through this time.
I saw little rabbits on the field, and the South Koreans were like the big guys. But we were like those puppies. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Jogi Löw said in the interview after the match, he mentioned the word high-handed, which perfectly describes what you said.
Yeah,
and Hummels himself came out saying that the last time we actually had a good game was back in the fall of 2017. This is a player himself coming out and saying that we haven't performed well. We've been playing quite shitty, excuse my language, but yeah.
Excuse me.
That's an attitude problem, though, because the players, it's not like their skill went anywhere. These are players that perfect their craft every single day. So it's not like their skill got worse. They're just mentally, they were just not there.
3 bad performances, and it never got any better.
Germany deserved it.
We have a man in Russia, Jonathan Harding, our correspondent. Jonathan, how is the atmosphere in Vatutinki? Looks nice.
Well, the atmosphere is no longer existing, shall we say. The Germany team has just left. The bus just passed over my left shoulder about 5 minutes ago. The atmosphere was as bad as it was yesterday. Disappointment, dejection, disbelief, all of the words to describe the way this Germany team played. There wasn't much atmosphere in the stadium. There hasn't been much atmosphere from the Germany fans throughout this tournament. And there hasn't been much of a performance from this Germany team. So, all in all, bad marks.
You were at the stadium yesterday. Was the game as bad as we experienced it?
It was worse. I think it's safe to say. Germany looked bad from the first 5 minutes. They never looked like they were in the game. They never looked like they were going to score. They've played this way the whole way through the tournament. I haven't been convinced by them. The defeat against Mexico, okay, these things can maybe happen, but the way that they performed was unacceptable. They got lucky against Sweden. Everybody thought that win might be the moment that everybody realised in the team, now we know what we need to do. Now we know we need to perform. Nothing, absolutely nothing. This is a presumptuous, perhaps even a little arrogant team that deserved to leave the group stages on the basis of this performance.
Wow, arrogant. Jonathan, thank you very much. What are you going to do now? Are you coming home?
I will be flying home on Saturday, yes. A couple of days after the defending world champions.
This is Wagner. Götterdämmerung, Dawn of the Gods.
Well. Oh no, God. Diego is going to kill you. Well, yes, true, the game was really bad. The whole tournament was really bad, but at least we had one moment of joy during this World Cup.
Da 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 da.
It's right there, Ulrich. The free kick of Kroos. To be very honest, I truly thought that would be the game changer for the tournament. Why didn't we see any change against South Korea? Why?
I think that's exactly what it was. We thought it was going to be a game changer, a moment where it's like, okay, now everything will be different. But I think what it turned out to be was just a moment of pure brilliance from a world-class player. which is what Toni Kroos is. And it was a great strike. We're not taking anything away from that, but Germany was not able to use that to create the momentum that they needed to go forward and then face South Korea with a different attitude.
But why didn't that happen? Because, everyone here in Germany thought this would just loosen them up. Everyone thought this is our moment of wonder.
Wrong.
I feel like Özil is being used as a scapegoat because against
Yeah.
Korea, he wasn't even the
Mesut
worst
Özil
player.
wasn't-
He wasn't the worst player, and I think it's
Yeah.
just so funny. I don't
Thank you
know if
very
it's
much.
body
Thank you.
language,
Yeah. Mesut Özil.
his attitude.
He's-
Yeah,
I have a great sympathy for him.
I think that's the problem with Germany. It's either if they don't play well collectively, there's still a lot of individual talent on this team, and you'd expect one or another player to step up. It didn't happen.
Sorry, there's a mobile ringing. Somebody there?
My alarm, I just have to wake up.
That's Löw.
So we talked already a lot about Toni Kroos. And I'm super sad about it, about the fact that he didn't show his class except that one free kick. Why? Why didn't he?
I think, okay, everybody knows that Kroos is a world-class player. Everybody knows that he's the brain of the German team. So when you're making a game plan to play against Germany, you're thinking, okay, if I close down Kroos in the middle, I take a big chunk of their playmaking ability away. Because he can put in fantastic long balls, he can thread the ball, find the spaces. He's very dangerous for other teams. And if you close that down, you take a lot away from Germany. So, I mean, it's no
But-
secret that that's what he does.
But Toni Kroos made 2 fabulous assists, just only to the wrong persons. Is the assist for the Swedish goal and the assist for the first South Korean goal.
Yeah. I mean,
That was quite remarkable.
but that's what happens when everyone's trying to close you down, everyone's trying to press you, and you don't have support around you. You're going to make mistakes. That's what they want. That was their plan. Force Kroos to make mistakes, close him down so he can't play the ball, and you shut down Germany. And effectively, that's what they did.
They
You
were,
still have Özil. You still have somebody like Goretzka there. Even Hummels is great at playing the ball out from the very back. So you'd kind of think, okay, if they do shut down Kroos, you still expect the team to somehow adjust. Like they've been here before.
you have lived in South Korea. She
Yes,
is our
I
South
have.
Korean expert.
Oh, no, okay, that's
Did you
pushing
expect
it.
the South Korean to be that strong?
Nee. Coming into this, I don't think anybody in the South Korean team, it's a very mediocre, average team. But I think, look, Germany just hasn't been playing well. But I think what people need to understand is that I've spent time in Korea and they're very proud people. So whenever there's pride on the line, and I think for Korea, they really played for their pride. It was almost like saving face. I'm going back home to South Korea. I at least need a consolation win, a consolation point. And it was funny because my good friend, she's South Korean in Canada. She messaged me right after, and she was like, yeah, that's how Koreans are. Basically, if there's pride on the line, we get the results. Yeah.
I actually wonder, do we have any reactions from the German team? Is there any Twitter note, anything that
actually-
they...
Not really. Actually, they were bombing us on Twitter, on Instagram every day, and now silence, totally silence. I mean, it's healthy, it's nice, but there's just like a sort of a small sorry. That's okay, but no pictures anymore.
But what about Gary?
Okay. We have our,
Poor Gary.
Gary says now football is a simple game. 22 men chase a ball for 90 minutes, and at the end, the Germans no longer always win. Previous versions is confined to history.
Was this the 4th time he's changed his quote? How many times has he changed his quote?
I wonder what's going to happen 4 years from now. Yeah. It's like, okay, Germany wins again.
Yeah,
Just write it
and we're
in.
back.
Yeah.
Gary, you loser. He lost the penalty shooting, so.
So let's talk about the future, maybe. Let's dare a look into the future.
The future, yeah. Okay.
The future.
Oy.
Difficult.
Whose future?
Well, honestly,
Yeah.
when I see the German performance, well, maybe it's impolite to ask after a game like that, but was the 2-0 defeat against South Korea the last game of Jogi Löw?
It could be. I think I won't be surprised if he does step down. And if you do think about his legacy, it's probably now would be a good time. Because if he goes into another tournament and Germany still don't get the results, people are most likely going to remember him for that instead of the 12 years of everything that he's done for German football, you know. So making it to, the semifinals 2-3 times, winning finally the World Cup. But of course the question is, do you blame the coach or is also the team partly to blame? And
you see the responsibility.
well, of course, that's what coaches do. He
takes the responsibility.
But it is. I mean, the players
I hope he
perform.
stays. Because,
Really?
I like Yogi, and whether he says, "Oh, I'm leaving now," or "I'm staying," I hope he stays. He's the right man. He can build up a young team like the Confed team. They won the Confed Cup, and you know,
maybe his time
he's not
just-
like Erich Ribbeck. I remember 2000. We had the situation when Germany played the worst football ever. We had no talents, but and in 2000 the DFB said, okay, now we need youth academies. And they spent 1 billion into youth academies. That was the starting point. And now we have so many talents. And he's a very important factor to build up talents.
you
And
can
that's what he
also-
can do. And if he goes down now, no.
But maybe
I agree, but at the same time, like there's certain things that have to go. His loyalty to certain players, the favoritism. There's certain conditions that Löw has to say, look, doesn't matter if I like Müller, doesn't matter like Kadira.
Jogi Löw has to learn something.
Yeah.
Because he has to get rid of his loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can also argue that this is a cycle, and the cycle might be over. It might be time to
After
make a
12
change.
years.
There's no doubt about it.
Chinese cycle.
His legacy and what he did for German football is always going to be there. There's a great generation of youth coming up, as we can see. Even players like Sané, who didn't even go to this World Cup, okay? But I think after 10 plus years in charge of Germany,
high class 10 plus
yes,
years.
but
yes.
he has implemented his system, the possession-based system, which everybody now knows, everybody studies.
predictable.
Everybody has learned from it. Everybody's taken notes. We've seen people can defend it. Nations like South Korea can defend it and counter it and beat it. So if he does stay, he needs to make some drastic changes. But I think personally that he should step down and let somebody else start fresh with a great potential of players.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
I hope.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the question. What alternative is out there right
I'm
now?
Interested in your opinion. I mean, you look...
You're
close to tears.
Pinecast.
I mean, you have interviewed...
Klopp.
Yeah, but Klopp will he leave?
He would
Liverpool?
never, but it'd be great.
You know my opinion.
You're a fan of Jogi Löw.
Oh, and I will be my entire life, of course. But I think it's the best moment to step down.
Yeah.
But
Here, we all lost all of German football. Not only one game, but also much of what we've built in the last few years.
don't cry.
I think
Germany will
I think he's a
survive
little exaggerating here. Don't you think?
No, it's
We still have great players.
Yeah.
He just chose the wrong ones.
It's not a matter of just who he chose or just the players. It's a matter of everything. Maybe he did choose the wrong players. Maybe he did make the wrong changes. And also, the players didn't perform. It was everything. It's not just Osiu's fault or Löw's fault, because he can put the players out there, but he can't get on the field and make them play. If they don't perform, okay, it's his fault, but it's also theirs
And
as well.
one thing, he left one of the best players in Germany at home, Leroy Sané.
Which
How
is
could
now a
you do
huge
that?
talking point.
Yeah, but you really think Sané would have made a
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
I don't.
yes,
I think that's
yes,
really
yes.
hypothetically.
And
no,
maybe we
that's
should
for- yeah.
mention now also the curse of the defending
yeah.
champions. I
The
mean,
World Cup.
It
curse.
lives, it goes on.
it lives on. Yes,
I
at least
believe
one
now.
thing. Yes.
Camilla,
yes.
Yesterday, you told me one thing. We had a defending champion, a world champion defending the title in the 30s, Italy. And you said something yesterday about the
Vittorio
coach.
Pozzo, he's the only coach actually who managed to win the World Cup 2 times in a row. And my opinion is he managed to do that because he just took 3 World Cup champions to the next tournament. And Jogi Löw didn't. I mean, half of the team was super old, super established.
So
not,
Yogi-
not super old. Not
They're
super
not
old.
that old.
No, not in the sense of. But
Vittorio
But you
Pozzo.
can't blame him. I mean, if you, I mean, it's
You can't blame him?
No, look,
That's the-
in
that's the-
hindsight,
that's the
it's
blame
so,
game.
No, all I'm saying is that in hindsight, it's so easy now to sit here and say he should have done this, he should have done this. Whether or not that would have worked out, we don't know. But like going into this, he didn't have a bad idea. He's like, I'm going to take a few young players, and I'm also going to have a few experienced players. You would think that would be the perfect combination. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of bad performances, but I don't think the
friends.
idea necessarily was that bad.
Camilla.
World Cup continues even without Germany.
What?
Yes, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's over.
This is
No.
the future round of last 16, and we're gonna make it very quickly. Brazil is playing against Mexico. So
Oh, Brazil with Neymar, the GOAT.
The goat. Here we go.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yes. Here
Gonna
we
get a
go.
lot of Twitter comments. I mean,
it's so funny. Look at this.
I'll do that for you.
Oh, that goat.
Did you see him yesterday? How he was like
Yeah.
falling and falling and
that's
falling
like
and
a
falling and
Neymar,
falling.
yeah.
So
He's an artist in falling.
Ulrich,
Yeah. What?
Brazil or Mexico? Who will win?
Mexico. Brazil.
Alima.
Okay, you know what? I don't want to underestimate Mexico, but you know what? Their forward line has been really starting to gel, and Coutinho
I
is
think
on
we-
fire. I'm going to go with Brazil.
The last
Continue.
performance was
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
The man in the shadows, continue.
Switzerland against Sweden.
I'm going to go with Switzerland.
Shak-
I liked what I.
Kiri.
Ooh, guys, we're like
So
on.
many, so
page.
many
Oh.
Bundesliga players.
Yes.
Yes.
Our neighbors, actually.
yeah.
And
Good
home base of
organization.
FIFA.
Yeah, organization, the Swiss knives.
Okay, here it goes.
What?
Spain against Russia is the next game.
I'm going to go with
Here.
Russia.
Russia, me too. This Cherkesov
Come on,
Spain
guys.
has been
Yes.
average. They were
Home-
nearly
home-
beaten by Morocco and Iran.
is such a football
I'm going to
expert
go
here.
with Russia.
Yes, Russia.
Yeah.
Dania,
Russia.
you still believe?
She still believes in tiki taka.
Tiki Taka is over.
Sorry.
The time of Tiki
Wait,
Taka
I'm
is
sorry.
over.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
We saw Russia win 2 games, yes. Against who? Against who? And then when they played a team that was okay, they got spanked.
It's a good point.
How are they going to play against Spain? Do they have what it takes to beat Spain? No.
We'll see it next.
I'm going to go with the
Hopefully, I don't
outsider.
eat my words, but I don't
She's
think
right.
so.
She's
I'm going to go with the
I'm
outsider.
gonna come on, Spain. Don't let me down.
Portugal against Uruguay.
What-
shit.
what-
Hard- that's a very hard
Oh, that's really hard.
That is difficult. Oh man, especially imagine like the.
Can we
the
rock,
attack-
paper, scissors?
Ronaldo, I hope for Ronaldo.
two-man show
He will win
against-
the World Cup, and after that, he's going to walk over water.
You know what? Oh,
The two-man show against the one-man show.
The one-man show.
but you know what? Uruguay's defense—that's Atletico Madrid right there.
want-
Well, this stuff, but Ronaldo has been such a game changer. You know
Everyone's
what?
going for Portugal.
I'm gonna go with Uruguay.
I was gonna go-
Uruguay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Uruguay too.
This one will have bite.
Yeah. Godin and Jimenez.
Bite.
Yeah, him and it. There's gonna be a lot of biting, guys.
Next game is Croatia against Denmark, and this is
I
Luka,
said it from the start. Yeah, Croatia
Obvious.
is. I hope they go.
Luka Modric is better than Messi.
Right
He
now,
is
I
the
think
Messi.
my personal
I just-
favorite at the moment.
They're playing really well as a team. It's,
Croatia's ranked number 1 in the world, aren't they? Right now.
Croatia.
After I think they are.
Based
like
on the World
after
Cup
based
games
on
right
the
now?
on the recent rankings, I think
What do
they're
you
like
think
FIFA
of-
rankings,
what do
I
you
never
think
take him
of
too
Luka Modric?
seriously.
Can he be the star of this World Cup?
Yeah.
He is
Modric,
already.
Rakitic together.
Even Perisic is
Yeah,
playing really
Perisic.
well. Mandzukic, these are
Yeah.
you
Even
know, people that were
Kramaric.
written off. Yeah,
You-
they come out. Yeah.
Croatia is a country of 4 million people, and they have so many world-class players.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it's also a country of passion.
It's a
for
country
them-
of passion.
For them,
Yes, it's
trust
true.
me,
And drama.
Croatia playing for the jersey. There's a really good article about Rakitic and why he chose to play for Croatia. For Croatians, it's a lot about pride. About this is our nation. We're
The youngest.
for them-
Nationalism. We have.
Yeah,
But you have love that in general. Also, in
I think that
Balkans,
helps you in the
East Europe,
tournament.
it's- Yeah,
That really helps you.
Okay, not like for Germany. The jerseys seem to be like made of lead. One more game we have to predict: Argentina against France.
Battle of underwhelming.
Messi, you're still the GOAT.
No, you're a loser.
But
You're a
France,
loser.
just better, more quality, a
the
better
GOAT.
team.
Greatest of all times. No, it's Neymar.
He's still great, but Argentina does not deserve it.
No, but I don't like France. So
don't
I
really
want
like it either.
Argentina also because I really wonder if he will make it until the end of the tournament. Wow.
Is he gonna be okay? He can't go on like that.
But you're gonna miss him
What
on
is
the
wrong with
sidelines.
him?
His
How many
emotions.
bottles of,
Substance abuse.
what is he going to drink the next time? White wine or white wine mixed with cocaine?
No,
That's the question.
You know what? You shouldn't complain because Germany needs exactly a fan like that,
What?
like Maradona. Have you seen him?
We have Angela Merkel.
Oh yeah.
She has problems at the moment. Well, anyways, I would say thank you very much for watching and stay tuned. Bye.
Football is a simple game.
Football is a simple game.
22 men,
Chase a ball for 90 minutes.
And at the end,
the Germans always win.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.